Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third weekend of the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 Challenge Games. We're now in the third round, actually. We're having games on United and on Wanderers in Windhoek, and things are heating up.
Plexik het my sonbrille gedra.
Barbers and Green Mambas. Very important. A lot of teams still need to kick off their first win. We've got teams now losing 2 games, maybe in a row in the first weekends. So a very important weekend this for cricket. Everyone just needs to get something on the board. And it's going to be exciting. A lot of kind of strategic decisions will be made in the games. And looking forward. So from here on in, things are getting important. Having 3 losses against your name is definitely not going to be in your favor. So for the teams playing this weekend, it's very important.
Good morning. I'm Herman Rust. I'm from the Namibia Cricket Umpires Association. I'm here with my colleague, Mr. Ferry Kutsia. We will umpire the Desert Ice League, third week. The Desert Ice League is ongoing now, and it will be the UNAM Zebras against CCD Tigers today here at Tusker United Cricket Field.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to weekend 3 of Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League. We are in the third weekend where today UNAM Zebras and Central Sunrisers. No, that's a mistake.
Hi, I'm Nico Kukumur. We're here at United. We're playing against UNAM Zebras. And I think momentum throughout the game is very important. It helps keep your spirit up and not lose faith. And yeah.
Paying school fees? Easy.
Quick transfers? Easy.
Split the lunch bill? Easy.
What is that? Oh, that's him. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 League. Third round between UNAM Zebras and CCD Tigers being played on United Cricket Club grounds. And bit of a dewy condition out there today. UNAM Zebras winning the toss, opting to bowl first, seeing that the pitch might have a bit of dampness on it and might be playing a bit sticky due to a bit of a top layer that's softer than expected. Quick bowlers definitely going to have their work cut out here today. UNAM Zebras now also beefing up the team a bit today. We see Mika for UNAM Zebras coming back to the mix, and I think they've got Jig Nash as well on the field. So interesting stuff to hear today. Meneer Rust, Umpires Association, umpire getting ready to start proceedings. Just looking at the field set, communicating with the scorer, is everything correct? And we're almost set to go. Which one? Opening for CCD Tigers is Nico Kukumur and Priester Jansen van Vuren. Priester not getting off to a great mark last weekend, really hoping that he can do better this weekend. And then Nico, a youngster, also missing out on the previous weekend's game. So yes, both teams, bit of chop and changing in their teams and lineups. Here we go. First ball just through, carrying to the keeper. Was that a bit early? Mika just holding their hamstring. Is there something maybe niggling from the past? First ball quite well. Oh, well kept out by Niku, and they go through for a quick single. Risky single. Priester needs to pick up those legs. UNAM Zebras, their own enemies there. They will definitely have to cut up these singles. We have seen that most of the runs in the early stages do come from stealing those singles and twos, and backing up is definitely one of the most important parts on these fields, especially if you want to defend scores. Nice stroke played there by Niku Kukumur, just going for a single in the deep. Young man looking in good form. And both these teams dearly need a win this weekend. As mentioned in my previous comments, a lot of teams in a good position at the moment, already starting their first 2 weekends with a win or two. And both teams are on the field not getting their first win, so crucial games over the weekend. 2 games on United being played today and 2 games at the Wanderers Cricket Grounds. So yes, a lot of cricket on the board today, and results will count. Oh, big shot by Priester. Will that go all the way? 4 runs for Priester. As expected. The older guy getting off to a better start this game.
Yes, good morning, Willie and everyone. Another beautiful morning for cricket. CCD Tigers versus UNAM Zebras. Both these teams desperately in need of a win.
Yes, Assad, morning. Here next to me, Assad Abbas, one of my co-commentators and founding fathers of the Nedbank Desert Ice T20 Challenge. Yes, as we have seen with all the games, it seems like the first overs in the game goes for quite a bit. We've seen our 8 runs scored of the first over. And that opening jitters of the first 2 overs just doesn't want to seem or want to lose the Nedbank Desert Ice Challenge. It's almost like the curse on all the openings bowlers. Jignash, one of the esteemed bowlers for UNAM Zebras, coming to the attack. Also, quickie seam bowler. And normally a bowler that gets excessive swing on the ball. So let's see what he can do with it today. That bottom ad is perfect.
Yeah.
Jig now coming in. First ball did swing a bit in. Oh, and that one just trailing onto the leg side. Priester getting a hold of it, but it only goes down for a single. Trying to play that maybe a bit squarer than he was anticipating. And Priester doing well today. Priester 5 of 5. Nico 3 of 3. So there's quite a good start for the CCD Tigers, and hopefully they can keep this up. Previous games achieving a bit of a low score for the CCD Tigers, so very important to get a good start here today.
Easy 2 there.
Nico looking in really good condition, playing a hip leg launch almost there, going down just wide of the deep gully. And they run through for 2. Really good running there by Priester as well. Not one of the chaps quick between the wickets, but doing the most of it there.
Yeah, I think the Zebra bowlers are playing safe so far. They're not going for that fuller length, which has worked for the bowlers in this league, specifically at United so far. CCG Tigers did find it very difficult in the last game when it was pitched a little bit fuller. It was nipping and swinging.
Big swing there by Kukumur. Maybe just a bit too tight on the angle. But we have seen a lot of these type of shots played in all the other games. Extra bounce coming through now and then. And as said, maybe the pitch conditions still not there. So sun baking down at the moment. Players will definitely be feeling this in the outfield, and the pitch will get drier and batting conditions will improve for sure.
That is 100% correct, Willie. This is a very good batting track. As it bakes in the sun, it will become easier and easier to bat on. And it may turn out to be a good decision for Zebras to bowl first. But again, they will have to hit the lengths correctly. If CCD scores a big one, there's already scoreboard pressure for you to chase down.
Correct, Assad. Yes, mentioned by Potter as well. If he would have won the toss, he would have also had a bowl. So both teams trying to get the upper hand on the bowling, I would kind of say. And both teams opting for that bowl if they would have won. So, yeah, interesting tactics. We have seen very different tactics on the field. Yes, already we now see is that Ulrich coming on. Yes, leggy. So off spinner, sorry, apologies. Zebra's now opting for the quick change. So second change coming on almost after the first 2 overs. And opting to bring their spinners in, seeing that this pitch is a bit damp and still a bit soft at the top. Not completely hard, but that might change very quick. We haven't seen a lot of spin on this on the United pitches. The previous weekends we had very slow turn. One of the bowlers getting a lot of turn was Johan Geldenhuys and Assad Abbas. But not a lot of the off spinners getting turn. So yes, I think that is played on. And now we see Priester not using his feet, getting to the ball, trying to work that one wide. Spin working against him, just maybe turning a bit, getting an inside edge onto the bat and playing that on. Unam Zebras now high in spirit. They're getting their first wicket. Very important for them to get that start. The pressure on both teams here today to get that win. But Ulrich, I mean, what a quick wicket we've got now already coming through. So the change working for Unam Zebras, and I would say someone has been listening to the commentators and on-field comments about spin on this pitch in the field. Spin having done its work and taking off pace in the earlier games, definitely getting the upper hand. So Seamer's not doing that well. And looking at the stats, I think the number one bowler currently on stats is spinners. And it might be even that the top 4, top 5 on the log of bowlers are spinners. So surely conditions really read well here by Unam Zebras.
Yes, really. But Ulrich's ball, as you said, off spin is not really turning. Priester was going for the turn, which didn't happen, and hence he played on. But I think Simon Chikongo is not going to take it very easy. He will understand this very quickly. Ulrich may not be a good option for at least 3 or 4 overs against Simon Chikongo.
Simon also being a spinner, if I'm not mistaken, Asad.
Yeah.
So yes, spinner against spinner, and then conditions can be read easier, if I may say. But beautiful late cut there by Simon.
Is it a drop catch?
Half a chance there. Tonda not collecting that one. Really smashed hard over covers. Just not high enough. And Chikongo living a bit dangerously, but obviously wants to get those the runs on the board. As previous weekend, I would say he needs to be a bit mindful of his batting tactics. CCD really needs him to bat through or get a nice score. So important for Simon to kind of use a bit of a different tactic. Maybe in the first, I would say 5 to 6 overs. Just see the ball out, hit the bad ball, and then see if he can get the team up to that 14th over. Big 6 flying all the way to the cow corner region. Picked up very early by Simon and heading all the way to the boundary.
As I said, Willie, off spinner giving it flight is not going to work against Simon Chikongo. He's a very experienced campaigner and a spinner himself. He will read this off spinner very quickly and very easily. And as we can see, already 12 runs coming off that over, which started with a wicket.
Exactly, Asad. Again, I would like to emphasize what our comment was in the first over. Seems like these first 1 to 5, almost the power play, batters are trying to get that runs on the board, and sometimes it comes off and sometimes not. Losing an early wicket or 2 can definitely stem your runs at the latter stage, because that middle overs we have seen, it is difficult to score. 1 or 2 teams, especially now in their last game, the Run Whisperers did really well in the middle overs. But unfortunately, most teams have been struggling in that area.
Jignesh coming in. Huge appeal, probably missing leg, ball doing too much. He pitched it a little bit fuller, and you can already see difficulty for the batsman.
Can we maybe get a replay on it if possible? Going down there.
Shorter one this time and dealt with accordingly. That's not the length you want to bowl on this pitch.
Niku looking in good condition, picking that up earlier, Sudden. Still one of the youngsters. I think he's now turning 17, is in that area. So also good to see. And seems like the pace is not bothering him at all. So I would still say slowest wicket that we have here. Not a seamer's party pitch, I would say. And if it sticks up there, then it's too easy for the batsman to kind of, get on top of the short ball. No real excessive bounce in it, I would say. Big swing there by Niku. Will that go to the boundary? No, then to the deep third man. Collected, thrown in.
That swung the other way.
That definitely moved a different direction. Assad well picked up. I think Nico was going to try and pull that or play that straight, and then getting the thick outside edge. As they say, if you swing at it, swing hard. Getting that edge, the ball will fly. Ben trying to get that to recovers. Will it go? And it reaches the boundary rope. You can see a bit more. Run scoring now looks to be nice and fluent for CCD Tigers, doing really better in this game than in the previous games. Already 32 for the loss of 1 after 3.4. Getting close to that 9 current run rate. And what we do see is UNAM is definitely not giving them any extras. Overs are good as far. Only one wide bowled up to now. And UNAM Zebras probably aiming for that wicket-to-wicket line and length, and then see if the ball can swing a bit in the conditions.
That was a good delivery, swinging into the batsman. Also well played by Simon Chikongo.
Beautiful straight drive by Simon, yes. And first foolish delivery we see there, almost a sud. All the other deliveries were a bit short, and I must say the one fuller delivery also getting a bit hammered, but it seems like that is the way to go. If you pack your long off region, you're going to be giving the singles, but you'll never get the boundaries that easy against you with the fuller delivery.
That's the end of the 4th over. CCD Tigers now 34 for 1.
Chikongo on a healthy 18 of 8 and Nico 10 for 10. Good partnership building between the two here. CCD really needs this in their upper lineup, and there we see just the ball sliding down the right side. Mika with some great pace, but control becoming more and more difficult the more pace you get, obviously. Conditions now picking up. We haven't seen this in the previous games. There is a bit of wind early morning, and we do see some cloud cover at the back. Opting then, definitely playing conditions will have a bit of swing. And the further we go, the early morning swing will become less and less. But we see UNAM 0 still opting for the quickies to be bowling. Really good ball there, fun from Mika. Onto just the off stump. Simon just opting to play that safe. Almost if you could hear me on the commentating side, asking him that CCD needs that partnership, especially with the openings batsmen. And now playing a lot more steady game than I would say, looking to play those big shots.
There's a
And one
fielder
in the
there,
air.
and he drops the catch. An easy chance. That is going to hurt UNAM Zebras a lot. That would have been a big wicket.
There we see a replay of the catch, not collecting it properly and maybe running in too much, so had to catch it completely over his head and losing complete light. So big call there, inside edge onto the pad. Mika with a half appeal immediately, knowing that the umpire would have picked that up. Great shot nonetheless by by Simon Shikongu, trying to get that over the ropes as he's playing with the wind. Wind just slightly blowing from the east to the western area. Not a really heavy breeze at the moment, so anything leggish will definitely be picked up and tried to be put away by Simon.
This is good bowling by Mika Matumb. Good comeback.
Ball definitely low enough, but Simon saved by the inside edge, just getting back onto the pad. Better overfire from Mika. Slower ball by Mika, brilliantly bowled. Already using conditions and strategic options here, using kind of the idea that he saw the quick balls are gonna get hit over the boundary, especially if line and length is not correct. So Mika really bowling intelligently there, and